Hey, what's up YouTube? It's ICU, and today I couldn't be more excited to show you how to successfully jailbreak on iOS 11.3.1 and lower on all supported devices, particularly if you're encountering issues like you're stuck on stages 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3 inside of Electra, or if it throws up any sort of an error related to the APFS remount or the exploit. So this will solve potentially all of those complications utilizing 7 very simple steps, 8 if you count installing a tvOS beta profile. We'll get to that in a little bit though. So first and foremost, you're going to want to install the latest version of the Electra jailbreak utilizing the on-device method without the assistance of a computer that we actually went through in yesterday's video, which will be linked in your cards right now, as well as down below in the description. Now, this is the only thing that worked for me utilizing this on-device method simply because it makes use of that multipath exploit versus the VFS one that is used for non-Apple developers. Again, I always recommend installing IPAs via a computer simply because it gives you full control over signing the application yourself, but chances are good if you're encountering complications and you just can't get past any of the aforementioned errors, this is what will work for you and this is what will help you. Of course, you can also try the computer method utilizing the steps I'm about to detail. Link to that will be down below in the description as well. But like I said, I highly recommend utilizing the on-device method. Just ensure that the Electra app that you install is in fact the multipath version. You'll definitely know what I'm talking about after following the on-device jailbreak method detailed in yesterday's video. Now, once you have Electra installed, you can come back to this video and you can follow all of the steps that we're going to get into right now. And now that you do have the latest Electra app installed, we're just going to follow 7 simple steps. First, before we get into these 7 steps though, you might want to install the tvOS beta profile. Linked down below in the description, there will be a full tutorial on besttechinfo.com that contains a download link again to that tvOS beta profile, and that just blocks OTA iOS updates. I didn't have to do it to get this to work, so maybe just hold off on doing that if it doesn't work for you the first time around. That's why I didn't actually show installing it on my iPhone 6 here. So first of all, we're going to go over inside of the settings app. We need to do a lot of things here. Tap on your name up at the top, and we're actually going to tap inside of iCloud. And then once that's loaded, you're going to scroll down and you're going to turn off Find My iPhone. If you have an iPod Touch, it'll say Find My iPod Touch. If you have an iPad, it'll say Find My iPad. And then you're going to need to input your Apple ID. All right, now it's turning off Find My iPhone. As you can see, it's completely disabled. Once you are jailbroken, you can re-enable this. But for this initial process, we're going to have it disabled. So next, we're going to go back again, all the way back to the main settings screen. You're going to scroll up and you're going to toggle off Wi-Fi, and then you're going to toggle on airplane mode. Now, even though airplane mode does inherently turn off Wi-Fi, we're actually going to have to restart our device. And sometimes, for whatever reason, iOS turns back on Wi-Fi, even though it's inside of airplane mode on a reboot. If you toggle off Wi-Fi first, iOS will remember that setting for 24 hours regardless. So then following that, you're going to turn off Siri. So scroll down a little bit until you see Siri and search, and you're going to want your screen to look like this. The main one we're really concerned about is press home for Siri, but you're going to want to disable everything here. So when you toggle off press home for Siri, it will look like this. You'll receive a prompt that says turn off Siri. You're just going to tap on that. And once everything is toggled off, you can continue next to the Touch ID and passcode section. If you have an iPhone 10, of course, it will say Face ID and passcode. I actually don't have one set, so I'm going to set one right now really quick just to show you guys what this process would look like when you go inside of the passcode setting for the first time. It will ask you to input your device's passcode, and then once you do, you're just going to tap where it says turn passcode off. We're going to tap on turn off. It's going to ask to input the passcode one last time, and from there we can continue to one of the final stages. We're actually going to go inside of general, followed by iPhone storage. Again, it will be dynamic for you based on which device you're actually trying to jailbreak. And if you do see an available update, as you can see right here, this iPhone has already downloaded iOS 11.4. You're going to need to delete that. So tap inside of it, and then tap on delete update. This is one of the most important steps that you can take to ensure the success rate of your jailbreak. And then from there, we're just going to restart our device. So I'm going to press the power button and hold it down, and we should receive a slide to power off. If you're on an iPhone 10, you're going to hold down the side button and hold down the volume up button until you receive this prompt. Now that was only 7, including the reboot. If this doesn't work, you might also want to, at the very beginning, try installing the tvOS beta profile, which does just block OTA updates for iOS entirely. We're going to try it this way without having to install that tvOS beta profile first. So once your device is powered off, you're just going to hold the power button, or the side button in the case of the iPhone 10, and you're going to wait for it to come back up. So once this iPhone 6 reboots, I'm going to be right back. All right, so now that everything is set, we are going to try the Electra jailbreak. I'm just going to open it and tap on jailbreak, and hopefully it proceeds beyond 1 out of 3. All right, you can see it went to 2 out of 3, and then it went to restarting. Guys, it looks like this jailbreak is finally working here on this iPhone 6. Now, if you try and you can't get to this point, then what you're going to want to do is try to install the tvOS beta profile as well. You're of course going to have an internet connection to do so. So you're going to have to do that prior to turning off Wi-Fi and entering airplane mode. But that should just block OTA updates. It's also a good idea to install that after the fact too, just so that those updates don't pop up again. Now down below in the description, there will be a link to the post on besttechinfo.com that again contains a direct link to that tvOS beta profile. Now let's go ahead and swipe over. We're not going to have Cydia yet. We're going to have to run the Electra jailbreak one more time. You do have to run it 2 times in a row successfully. So let's go ahead and tap on jailbreak now, and we're just going to wait for it. All right, as you can see, it went to 2 out of 3, and then it went to installing Cydia, guys. This is the final step. We're going to be jailbroken on the iPhone 6. I am so pumped. After those 7 simple steps, 8 if you happen to install the tvOS profile, we finally have a jailbreak running on iOS 11.3.1 on this iPhone 6. So let's go ahead and wait for this step to finish. I'm not going to cut it out. I'm just going to let the entire video play through. As you can see, it looks like it is respringing. It should be done momentarily. If you get the pinwheel, that means it's a respring, and that's good. That's what we want. We don't want it to just continually reboot. Okay, as you can see, here we are on the lock screen again. We're going to press the home button and we're going to swipe over, and now we have Cydia. So I'm going to exit airplane mode and we're going to connect to Wi-Fi again, because you do need a data connection to load up Cydia. So absolutely fantastic stuff, guys. And you will have to rerun the Electra jailbreak app again every time you have to reboot. Though once you are already jailbroken, you should just be able to repatch the kernel by simply entering airplane mode and toggling off Wi-Fi. You should be able to leave Siri on, passcode enabled, Find My iPhone enabled, all of that stuff. But if it doesn't work for you when re-enabling post reboot, again, you guys know the steps to try now. So let's go ahead and launch up Cydia. I am so stoked that we are finally able to jailbreak now. And once it finishes loading, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom to show you guys that again, it does confirm we are successfully jailbroken on 11.3.1. Now this is just an old repository. We can go ahead and remove it. It's just a basic error. You should probably receive it as well. It's just repo666.ultrasnow.com. Very old repo that hasn't been updated in a while, but I'm going to scroll down to the bottom right now, and I'm going to show you that Cydia does confirm this iPhone 6 Remember, the identifier for iPhone 6 is 7,2, is running iOS 11.3.1 with the latest version of Cydia. So I'm going to refocus here, and we're going to go to the sources section here, and we're going to remove this old repo. It's just that repo666.ultrasnow.com. And once that's done, we can go ahead and tap on return to Cydia. And here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and go to the changes tab. As you can see here, all the available packages from the default repositories. I am so stoked, and I'm just going to show you guys a quick install of one of the available tweaks for 11.3.1. So I'm just going to install basic CMDS here. We're just going to tap on install, followed by confirm, to show you guys that we can successfully install things with Cydia. So huge thumbs up if you're finally able to jailbreak now. And also, if you want to see a list of awesome tweaks that you can install once jailbroken, click in your cards or down below in the description. There will be a direct link to a post on Best Tech Info that contains 44 tweaks for iOS 11.3.x and lower. I really hope you guys liked this video, and I hope it helped you jailbreak. Subscribe for more awesome jailbreak content, and until next time, this is ICU signing out.